We're talking today about the canvas. The canvas that you paint on as an improvisational musician, and the canvas is the piece of music that you play on. But you're the paintbrush marks. But let's talk about the canvas. We're going to be talking about Farewell Rhapsody by Andrea, Antonello, Nacci, which is an exquisite piece of canvas. Now, just for fun, for those of you who don't know, let's play an F minor natural scale. Bum, 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 bum. There's a reason we went over that. Let's see if we can go figure out why. Okay. Now, you don't have to know the names of those scales, but you do have to be able to pick out what kind of tones are on the canvas with your ear. Did you know the Beatles didn't know how to read music for most of the time they wrote music? They didn't. They played orally. Okay, here's Farewell Rhapsody. I'm not going to play the whole thing because I can't. It'd be too long a video, but a little bit. Here we go. It's electronic. The harmonics are all melding together into a texture of tan or some other color you might like. I'm painting the canvas now with the, just the texture. Canvas has a texture. No, 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 no. Sound familiar? No, 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 no. Can't hit a wrong note if you're on the scale, right? Hint. No, leading tone. No, see? Okay, fine. Got it? Leading tones lead somewhere. It's like the key you're in is a river, and the stones that you can hop across and get across dry, those are the notes in that scale. No, 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 no. Those are the stones. You can't really go wrong on an improvisation when you're on one of those stones, but the other notes like that's a leading. You just lead it into the next note, and you can fix one that's a half tone off, like no, no, no. That's a leading tone to the F. Okay, so you got notes that are passing tones that go somewhere, and the notes that kind of have some strength, and the strongest note in that particular key would be the fifth. So na 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 1 5 1 5 1. Now, you don't have to know that it's a 5, but you do have to be able to hear that that's kind of a very big rock to stay on that's stable. No, 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 no. Okay? So no, 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 no. So those are the safe zones, kind of. The dry rocks. So let's keep going with this canvas. This is just a very conservative progression. It is the timbre of the tones, which is highly unusual. The actual progression of the notes is quite simple, but those characteristics make it marvelous for improvisation because it's a fairly consistent background that we're going to be painting on. Now let's listen to a little bit of what we did, or what I did as the first improvisation on this. This is the first improvisation on it. Listen, that I did. Tones themselves have been altered that make it quite unusual. So when I went to do, and compatibles, a little bit after Hear it? Na, 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 na. Now, in the same way that he made it unusual with the timbre, I'm making it unusual with tet. You see, so because they're compatible, I can do the tit thing with tongue taps, a different attack on the note, which has a similar effect subconsciously as his changing the timbre. So we're both kind of different, but in ways that are compatible. Okay? And because his texture on the canvas is moving quite slowly and is pretty predictable, it makes it very, very easy for us to do an improvisation on it. First time we've talked about this stuff, I'm just sharing some ideas with you on how to approach what we'll call the canvas, you know, which is blank until you start throwing the paint on. What you play, those are the brush strokes, okay? The stuff somebody goes and goes, oh, I see the, you know, the drawing or whatever. So you can think of it that way. And if you want to play Farewell Rhapsody, just go to SoundCloud and type in Farewell Rhapsody Nacci. It's free. You can, you know, listen to it in SoundCloud, soundcloud.com, SoundCloud.com. So you might say, well, why are we doing this? Well, we're doing this because improvisation has the canvas. And I wanted you to know that there's a canvas. And what did I do in the beginning? I figured out what the notes were, and I happened to give it a name, you know, like F natural minor. But I don't care if you know that or not. I just want you to, da, 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 da. Okay, just want you to know the notes. Na, 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 na. Those are in my head. I don't care what the names are. I don't think about them in names when I'm working with them, but they're in my head as a sound. And then I know those are the little stones that I can step on as I go across the stream. Okay? It's just a start to the canvas. One of the best canvases in the world are the compositions of Andrea, Antonello, Nacci. Absolute genius, because they give us so much to work with, and a new concept we've never talked about yet that's for next time. Wholes. We're going to be talking next time about what is a whole in music. Take care.